Hey everybody, this is Nico from Soccer Skills. I just wanted to do a quick video in my office, my very messy office. If you follow other videos I've made, this is my home away from home. For some reason, I don't know, it is never neat. I try to clean it up. I get to see my desk, but before you know it, there's paperwork and all kinds of stuff. I guess that's the curse of a small business owner. I do have a manager. She's fantastic. She does so many things for me. But when you don't have a lot of people, maybe one of these days I gotta invest into a cleaning company. That's what it is. Anyway, so listen. Here's the video for today. If you are not aware, we just had a Super Bowl game. That, again, everything you're going to hear, by the way, in this video, they're always opinions of mine. I'm not expressing anybody else's opinions other than my own. So please take it with a grain of salt. You may agree or disagree, but they're my opinions. So in any reference, my opinion of the Super Bowl was a very good one between the Eagles and the Patriots. A lot of leads changes, constantly going back and forth. It was a pretty good game, I thought, especially for the people that bet, which is a lot of bettors out there. I mean, 1 second you think you got the score to win the quarter or the half or what have you. The next second you're out of contention. And how about that? What was it? The first half score. 2-2. Wow. Who would have thought it, right? But anyway, so my opinion was a great game. A lot of excitement. 2 professional teams. If you're not up on things and you don't know who won, Philadelphia Eagles came out victorious, should I say. And of course, like any other professional team, the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, had a parade for them. So they celebrated their victory, they had their parade, and why am I making this video? Well, how about the phrase, there's a time and a place for everything? What does that mean? There's a time and a place for everything. So I'm going to bounce around a little bit. Last night I had a goalkeeping training session, which started the second series of training sessions for the next 8 weeks. So we had a bunch of new goalkeepers coming in, and amongst them there was an 8-year-old that said was a firecracker. And I always ask questions. I always try to get to know the kids. So I said, hey, has anybody been playing indoors? Doing any training, leagues, or tournaments, or what have you? And she said, yeah, my team is playing at Bob Smith, which is an indoor facility here in central New Jersey. Bob Smith is an ex-Cosmos player, runs a fantastic facility. Little plug for Bob Smith. No, seriously, he runs a great facility. He for years now, he's been running a really quality operation as far as tournaments and leagues. He's hands-on owner. He's there every day when the teams are competing, and he tries to help as much as he can with his guidance, his knowledge of the professional game. As an ex-pro, like I said, the guy's played with some big names when the Cosmos were around, like Beckenbauer and Pele and Neskins and Eskandarian and all those guys. So anyway, she said she plays there, and she says to me without even, asking, she goes, I love that place. I said, really? What do you love about it? She says, I love the snacks. What a great answer. You want an honest answer, ask either a crazy man or a kid. And that was a great unsolicited answer. What do you love about the place? She goes, I love the snacks. Didn't mention anything about the competition, the other teams, the teammates, the scores, the standings. She just loves the snacks. So bouncing back now again, what does that got to do with the Super Bowl? Or my question, what does there's a time and a place for everything mean? Okay? So to you guys, what does it mean? There's a time for play, there's a time and a place for everything. What does it mean? Well, to me, it simply means that timing is everything. Timing is everything. And it's often used when someone is behaving or doing something in a way that you do not think it's suitable or appropriate for that particular, situation or that particular time. Okay? In a nutshell, to make it, short and sweet, for me, different things are appropriate for different occasions. When I was a lot younger, I went through a period of my time that I had very long hair. Some of you might have seen pictures. I mean, my hair was down to the middle, almost down my back, on top of my backside. And at that time, it was cool. I was young. It looked good on me. At least I thought so. Some people might have thought, I looked ridiculous. But at the time, I thought it was a pretty good look for me, Now, fast forward to today, at, 53 years old, I don't think it would be a good look for me. So that time was a good, timing for me to have long hair, at least in my opinion. Now, I don't think it will be a good time anymore. Again, all based on opinions. Wearing a Bermuda flowered pair of shorts with no shirt and a pair of sandals might not be the appropriate time to wear it at a black and white tie event, It might be a great time to wear it at the beach, but it may not be appropriate to wear it at a black and white tie event. Just, different scenarios. Where am I going with this? There's a time and a place for everything. So I think that a lot of adults, or the majority of adults, and that includes parents and coaches, we get confused between, I shouldn't say the word confused. Maybe we just don't see the right timing in watching a professional football game, that being American football or European football, quote unquote soccer game, watching the high intensity, commitment, the level of skill of an NFL football game or a FIFA Champions League game, or coming up this summer, World Cup soccer, okay? Watching those types of games and then going and watch a youth soccer game. A 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12-year-old soccer game. Why do we play the games? We play the games to win. That's the object of any game. We play the game to win. It doesn't matter if it's a video game. It doesn't matter if it's a board game. It doesn't matter if it's a backyard game, a playground game of, hopscotch, okay? We play games to win. But winning should not be the only measure. We should not judge everything by winning, by the amount of goals, in our particular case, since I'm a soccer guy, that a team or a player scores, by the standings. We shouldn't judge things by that. There's a time and a place for everything. So if you're watching an NFL game, if you're watching a World Cup soccer game, yes, scoring is important. It's all about winning. Winning brings quality players in. Winning increases the viewership of a sport, of a particular team. If it's a good team and they're not winning, they're not going to get a lot of viewership. Therefore, their advertisement dollars are going to suffer. Their sponsors are not going to be there. So they're looking to put a winning product on the field, regardless of what sport it is, because there's other situations that are going to follow. But again, there's a time and a place for everything. Now, this is professional sports, where in a youth sports environment, doesn't have to be soccer, but in our case, soccer because I'm a soccer guy, it shouldn't be about wins or losses. And I hear all the time, well, my son or my daughter likes to win. All kids like to win. That's why they play games. They like to win. Some kids will go through a panic and go through a fit if they don't win. All they care about is winning. Is that a healthy attitude? Probably not. They should know how to win as well as lose. Actually, great winners become those that don't win originally. They lose a lot, and then they become, through losing, they acquire a lot of lessons, and they become gracious winners. So yeah, everybody likes to win. And believe me, kids know how to play the game, and kids know the difference between winning and losing. But that's not the measure. There's a time and a place for everything. And in fact, most kids, once the game is over, whatever it is, win or loss, hey, you know what they care about? Snacks. You know what they care about? Ice cream, friendlies, McDonald's. Going over so-and-so's birthday party. Going over to I Play America. That's it. Us parents, us adults, us coaches, we linger on. Can you believe we lost that game? I can't believe we lost that game. We should dominate. We scored so many goals and we still lost the game. And it just lingers on. So maybe it sounds like I'm rambling, but again, what I'm trying to say is that there's a time and a place for everything. And in the young grassroots ages, winning should not be the primary focus. You go to Europe, there's no competitive soccer until the age of 14. That means kids don't play in leagues. America is the country that has everything structured. At 7, 8 years old, we gather around the field and we cheer for the kids and we want them to win. We keep standings. And we have ratings. We rank it. I think you got soccer. I think now it starts, was it, at 9 or 10 years old? Maybe even younger. I think ranking teams. It's insanity. Just enjoy the game. Let them play. The time to enjoy the game, watch the kids play, go Bobby, go Mary, that's good enough. Great job. Not what was the score. Coach Nico, we played yesterday and we did great. We killed them. We won. We're undefeated. Yeah, how'd you play? There's a lot of undefeated teams. There's a lot of teams that win a lot of games. But I hate to break the news, they're not quality teams. They're just a physical, talented, big kids. They can outrun the competition and they win. Doesn't mean they know how to play the game. Soccer, football, whatever. All right? And here's the other thing, guys. I don't make a lot of friends sometimes because of my honesty. Okay? I'm a businessman. I run a predominantly soccer company, but we deal with a lot of other sports. By the way, I don't know if the video camera catches my computer, but I was working on a couple of things before I started recording. This is our SOCCERSKILLZ site, but we do have a, what is it? God. We do have a store. It's called anysports.com. So we sell online. We sell on different platforms. We sell on Amazon. We sell on eBay. We have anysports.com store. And we do sell other things than soccer. We sell baseball stuff. We sell softball stuff. We sell other sports equipment. In fact, that's how we make our money. One of the reasons how we make our money. Our revenue is through that. So I'm not afraid to say what's on my mind. I started training and working in the soccer industry after a long time as a banker, a mortgage banker actually, and life has a funny way of doing things. With the grace of God, things have come around, and my passion, my lifetime passion of sports and specifically soccer has become a revenue of income for me, which I cherish quite a bit because I get to do something that I enjoy every single day. And I'll be honest with you, man, coaches, parents, adults, they make it difficult for me. Dealing with the kids it's very easy. It's a pleasure. When I get on the field and I coach, man, that's my time. I come alive. But dealing off the field with different issues from, grown-ups, oh, man, sometimes you guys kill me. But I'd be honest with you. I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear because I want your business. You want to come and, give me some business because you feel that I can do a good job training your children. That's fantastic. I welcome that. I embrace the challenge to be a part of their, development process on and off the field. Teach them, sports lessons as well as lifelong skill lessons. You know, I take pride in that. I like to think that I do a great job at that level, but I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to tell you guys what you want to hear. And a lot of grown-ups only want to hear what they want to hear. Tell me the truth, coach. And once you tell them the truth, if it's not to their liking, man, all of a sudden, you're an idiot. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm going to take my daughter and go someplace else. I'm going to take my son and go someplace else. My son deserves to play with the best team. I don't like you anymore because you told me the truth. Okay? So I'm fortunate enough that I have, different streams of revenue where I like to, and that's the way I started, by the way. I didn't change my method of madness. From the get-go, I always said what it needed to be said. So I'm not going to sugarcoat it and tell you what you want to hear because I want your business. I'm going to tell you the truth. My opinion, we have confused professional sports with youth sports. There's a difference and a different way to look at the Super Bowl versus a U10 soccer game, a U10 baseball game, a U10 football game. There's a big difference, okay? One is at a professional level with adults who, by the way, are getting paid millions of dollars to play a kid's game, okay? But they play it from the adult perspective. They play in an adult environment. A World Cup game. Billions of dollars are going to be generated this summer worldwide from the greatest sport in the world as far as I'm concerned. And, you football guys and basketball guys and hockey guys and baseball guys are going to argue and disagree with me. But soccer is the best world sport. Debatable, right? Okay, well, to me it is. So billions of dollars are going to be generated, but again, there's a time and a place. The reason why there's a World Cup at the adult senior professional level, but there's no World Cup at U10. There's a reason for that. Because at U10, at U11, at U12, it should just be about playing the game for the joy of playing the game, of the kids falling in love with the game. Do yourselves a favor. Go online and Google some of the things that we talk about in my videos. Why do children quit sports or soccer before the age of 13 or 14? What's the percentage of children quitting sports between the age of 13 and 14? Is it because they stop loving the sport? Is it because of the pressure that they get put on about winning, about scoring goals? Is it the pressure that the parents, I got to score this game because my mom and dad pay me $5 per goal. My dad is going to be upset if I don't score a goal. Which one is it? There's a time and a place for everything. I think that the two worlds of professional sports have crossed paths in a non-good way. And if you talk to ex-professionals, not only necessarily just ex-players, there's a lot of professional individuals, men and women, that may have never played on the field for different reasons, but they might have been a professional manager, a professional marketing sports person. There's a lot of different, in sports, there's a lot of different hats. It's not just a player's hat. There's a lot of different hats one wears. And usually those individuals are pretty calm when watching a youth sports event. They watch the game from a different perspective. They realize that, again, we all play the game to win, but at the right time, not just any time. So, in case you're not aware of, one of the things that I do, and let me just go down the line. So, I'm the owner and creator of SOCCERSKILLZ. That was the first company that we created, and it was created because I wanted to go out there and teach the sport, in my opinion, again, the right way. So from there on, it kind of grew, and we coach individual players. We coach teams. We are big in futsal training during the winter. That's our biggest program. And, you know, we started this about, 6 years ago. Actually, we just celebrated our 6-year anniversary. And the competition in training is tremendous. In the last 6 years, the landscape of youth training in New Jersey, oh my God, it's been flooded. Everybody knows how to train. Everybody knows best. Everybody and their mother is a qualified soccer professional coach. So there's a lot of, I'm not saying that, that there's anything wrong with that. There's a lot of quality experts or qualified trainers and coaches, but there's also a lot of people that, let me just not go there. Let's just say that they're not the best choices. Like I said, there's a time and a place for everything. So the training, I want to take, my kid to Coach Nico. I'm going to take my kid to Coach Bob. Well, I wasn't happy with Coach Bob because he didn't do this, that. Oh, I wasn't happy with Coach Nico. I want to go to Coach Joe. We're always bouncing around. We're always looking for the next best training thing, for the next best training method. I had to break the news to you, okay? No coach, no trainer will get your kid anywhere if your kid does not want to go there. And I get a lot of players, and I'll tell you how it is. They don't want to come to training. Parents put them there because it's cheap babysitting. You watch the kids and they're yawning. They're not even paying attention. They have no desire to play soccer. They'd rather be home playing video games. But Mom and Dad wants them to play soccer. Mom and Dad wants them to play softball. Mom and Dad wants them to do the sport because Mom and Dad were big fans of the sport. So I don't care what anybody says. The best trainers, the best coaches will do absolutely nothing for you if you do not want to do it for yourself. It has to be within you. It has to be your desire, your effort, your heart to get to the next level. But let's say, are you 8, you 9, you 10? We're not even wondering about those things. Just go out and play. Some of the best players in the world did not start, their journey into greatness until they were like 15, 16, 17 years old. Yeah, you do have some exceptions where you could see at 12 years old, they just had something that was special. But that's what makes them special. By the way, being a professional player, not every professional player is special. When I say special, that word is reserved for a select few. It's reserved for the players that not only have it in them, they're the first to training and the last to leave. They go before training to work with their own coach on certain elements of the game. They stay after team training to work with their trainer on other elements of the game. They live, they breathe, they eat, they sleep, their sport, their craft. They sacrifice a lot of things. They sacrifice a lot of from their private lives, going out, partying, having a good time, going to sleep while everybody else is out having a good time, missing birthday parties, missing, family occasions because they have a game, traveling all over the world, the scrutiny of everybody telling them how bad they are when they have a bad game. There's a lot of things. That's what makes them special, in my opinion. So I'm kind of all over the place, as I usually am with these kind of videos. But again, the theme of this video is a time and a place for everything. So in my opinion, guys, it's not about the scores. It's not about the standings. And I hear it, as I started telling you guys, Soccer Skills was our first company. We own Just for Keepers, which is the international academy based out of England. Ray Newell is my partner. I have the New Jersey Academy here, based out of Jackson. So we train goalkeepers, and we also operate Central Jersey Futsal. This is the second year we have the league. We're running out of Petty and Hunt. Next year we're looking to expand to different venues. We basically went from 44 teams to 92 teams. Big jump. A lot of teams are coming in that have never played futsal before. They don't understand the game of futsal. They don't know the rules. They don't understand how it's being played. But they do understand that hey, Coach Nico, where are the scores and standings? Well, if you go to our website, one of the first things I will tell you is we don't keep scores and we don't keep standings. Okay? But every week they still ask, where's the scores and standings? My 8-year-old son needs to know the scores and standings. No, he doesn't. What he cares about is as soon as the game is over, can I get $1 so I can go to the concession stand and get, a snack. That's what they care about. Okay? There's a time and a place for everything, guys. And I beg of you to please Google, educate yourselves about the benefits and the differences between watching professional sports and youth sports. Don't take the two and confuse them. There's a big, 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 big difference. There's a vast difference. You can't view a professional contest with the same eyes that you view a youth contest. You can't mix them. The passion, between the two are just, way too much of a difference, way too much of an age difference. So that was the video of the day today. I hope I didn't bore you guys. I look forward to constantly hear from you. We have our Facebook page, Facebook Facebook.com/Soccer Skills Training, I believe. There's about 6,500 people on there. We do appreciate you guys sharing your feedback and following us. We always look forward to, hear, your feedback and what do you think of all these videos. Don't forget, there's a lot of things going on as we approach the end of the winter season. We got another, depending on how the weather is, definitely a month, maybe not even a month, maybe 4 or 5 weeks, and that's about it. Then we start going outdoors. Please keep following us. Until next time, have a great one.